Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your November the 13th Spiritual Principle a Day in a Meditation. I am brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our H.O.O.D Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let me go ahead and share the meditation screen with you. Okay, it is entitled Balance Through Meditation. Emotional balance is one of the first results of meditation, and our experience bears this out. Basic text, chapter 4, step 11. Life can be an emotional roller coaster. Before we found recovery, we could exit the ride by getting high. With that option off the table, just for the day, it's up to us to find ways to handle life's ups and downs, twists and turns. If I'm going to ride this roller coaster called life, a member shared, I want to be one of those screaming, giggling fools in the front car. They are truly in the moment. We learned the usefulness of living in today in early recovery. One old-timer put it bluntly: if you got one foot in the past and one in the future, you're pissing all over today. Truly being in the moment is some next level stuff. And a few of us have regular access to an actual roller coaster to practice that mindset. Fortunately, we have an 11th step that encourages us to give prayer and meditation a try. Practicing some form of meditation can help us to let our feelings come and go like waves on the beach. Practice pays off, and it becomes easier to roll with the punches when we're a little less attached to our emotions. We learn to be fully feeling human beings and to be all right with that. More often than not, we can be attentive to our emotional lives and not want to check out. One member shared, finding even a minute or two to slow down and breathe can drastically improve my emotional well-being. As we weave meditation into our recovery repertoire, emotional balance feels increasingly attainable. I will remind myself that the balance I have experienced in my recovery is a result of my emotional well-being. I will sustain this state of being by meditating today. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. A moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change and the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. We're talking about balance through meditation. And the basic text tells us in chapter 4 under the step 11 consideration that emotional balance is one of the first results of meditation, and our experience bears this out. And then it gives this story about the emotional roller coaster and how, in order to get off the ride, right, of the highs and the lows and the in-betweens and all of that chaos on the roller coaster, in order to get off of that, we would just get high. We would check out whenever we wanted to, right? We just get high and change our perception of everything. Not that everything around us was changing, but our perception about it was changing. right? And so, as a result of changing our perception, it seemed as though we were able to get away from the emotional and physical pain of the lifestyle that we were pretty much responsible for creating the dynamic around us, right? So we create a mess and then we can't handle the mess. And so we need to get high to deal with the mess because the mess is a mess. And the mess is a mess that we created. And so long as we're the star of the show, we might as well be high if we want to be to deal with our mess. You see what I'm saying? Sounds so involved, so confusing, full of dynamics up and down. Well, we don't get that opportunity to just check out. But have no fear. Narcotics Anonymous, the program of recovery, is not leaving us without options for dealing with our ups and downs, the twists and turns that life takes. What it offers to us is meditation. And what is meditation? Meditation is a stilling and a quieting of the mind, prayer and meditation. And so through prayer, we're pushing something out from ourselves, but through meditation, we're pulling something in to ourselves that has the ability to help us to calm down and re-energize. That's what we really want, is to re-energize. And when we open our eyes to the situation around us, maybe it hasn't changed because it's life, but our perspective will have changed. Because in the process of meditation now, and I'm not really going per se by this particular reading and using that as my baseline for this. No, I'm using my own experience about the power of meditation and what it gives me. And it doesn't take an hour to meditate. Sometimes you can just have 5 minutes, and that's all that you get before you have to be in go mode. Brendan Burchard, he's someone that I really respect. He says, I always, before I shift gears at work, he's self-employed, so he can shift gears when he wants, right? He calls the shots. But before he shifts gears and he knows he needs to shift into a different gear, into a different setting, dealing with a different individual, a different employee, a different speaking engagement, he meditates. He makes sure that he meditates. He gets still and he gives himself a reprieve, an opportunity to breathe in wholly, deeply, to get all of the oxygen flowing again to where it needs to go. And he says, even before he interacts with his wife, gets home, and he just takes a few minutes to pull off and say, honey, I love you. I'll be right back with you. Let me go get myself together. Right? And he comes back and his mind has switched gears from what he was doing to, this is my wife. Let me concentrate on our relationship. How was her day? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave a link to his meditation on YouTube. It's really very simple. And I love it. I love it. It's one of the ones that I recommend to individuals that have various religions and ideals about. It's so simple. So all of the resistance that you might have with prayer and meditation, or meditation in general, let that just float away from you and have an open mind, because I'm going to leave a link below. And this is one of the best meditation techniques that I've ever used. And I still recommend it and I still use it today. Okay, so we get off of the ride, the roller coaster, right? We get off by using meditation to help us to readjust our thinking, to readjust the way we're responding to things. It can truly, truly bring emotional balance to your life. One of the things, as I was saying, that I really have benefited from in meditation is an opportunity to see myself and just how much I think about things, constantly racing thoughts, trying to maneuver and change. And I get to see this when I'm trying to sit still and it's impossible for me to do because my mind is constantly racing. What a learning experience for me. Oh my goodness. I can't even sit still for 5 minutes without thinking about what I need to buy at the store. Are you serious? And while I'm thinking about that, I'm also somewhere my brain has space to think about a conversation I had a month ago, and then it switches to a conversation I just had yesterday. It's amazing what the brain is capable of manufacturing all by itself. And I learned, oh my goodness, oh, I need this. I need to learn how to dismiss those thoughts and not act on them and retrain my emotions and my mind to just relax. Take a breather. Oh, this one is good. Today, I want you to remind yourself that the balance that you've experienced in your recovery is a result of your emotional well being, and that you will continue to sustain that state of being by meditating. When? Not tomorrow, today. I want for you to do that. Promise me you'll do that. Meditate today. Matter of fact, just make today a day that you practice meditating. Start out with 5 minutes, move up to 7, then 10. Periodically through the whole day, practice on meditating so that you can achieve this emotional well being that we seek here in recovery. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you, and I will be talking to you soon. But in the meantime, make sure that you have a well-balanced, emotionally balanced day today, the best day that you've ever had. Make sure that you do that today. Have a beautiful day on purpose.